Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today we're going to see how to sort dates by fiscal quarter. A lot of companies start their fiscal year in a quarter that doesn't begin with January. So I'm going to show you how to shift all those quarters over and sort your data accordingly. Today's question comes from Desmond in Sarasota, Florida, not too far from me, one of my platinum members. Desmond says, how can I sort the data in my table based on our fiscal year instead of the regular calendar year? Our fiscal year starts in April, so I need April to come first and March to come last. I want to make sure my reports list everything in proper fiscal order. Okay. So this basically is going to involve calculating your fiscal start quarter and assigning that a value of 1. And then we can just add on the month and the date after that. And then sorting from that point is easy. I'm going to show you two methods. One, I'm going to walk you through it using basic calculations in a query, which makes it easier to understand. Then once you understand it, I'm going to show you a quick formula you can use. If I just show you the formula right now, you're not going to get any appreciation for what it is or why it works. So let me explain it the long way first, okay? Oh, and this is for all you people that complain in the comments that say, well, why don't you just get to it already instead of all this stuff? Well, the stuff is what makes you understand it. But if you just want the answer, there it is. There you go. Have fun. Now, for the rest of you who want to actually understand this stuff, I am going to consider this an expert level video. What does that mean? Well, it's a little bit beyond the basics. We need some prerequisites first, but we don't need any VBA coding for it. So it's not quite developer level. I like expert is that sandwich between beginner and developer. Okay. You should know how to work with calculated fields in queries. You should know how to use the if function in a query. You should know how to use the year, month, and day function. Specifically today, we're going to use month and day. You should know what null values are. You should know what an alias is in queries. And you should know what the date part function is. If you don't know any of this stuff, go watch these prerequisite videos first. They're all free. They're on my YouTube channel. They're on my website. You'll find links to them in the description down below. Go watch those and then come on back. Okay, so here I am in my Tech Help free template. This is a free database. You can grab a copy off my website if you want to. Now in here, we need some data to work with. I got a bunch of customers in here and the customers have dates on them. They've got a customer sense field. So we're just going to pretend that that's our order date, okay? And the credit limit here is the order total. We're just going to pretend it doesn't really matter, all right? Now, obviously, the first thing you're going to want to do is limit your dates, right? You're going to set up a query and get the values between two dates. So if you want fiscal year 2024, for example, and your fiscal year starts in April, you'd set up a query where you can type in the start date and the end date, right? April 1st, 2024 through March 31st, 2025, and that is all simple to do. I've got another video that explains exactly how to do that. Go watch this if you don't know how to set up a query showing you orders between two dates, for example. But we're just going to assume we want to sort all of these dates based on their fiscal month and day. Okay, the fiscal quarter, month, and day. So the first thing we got to do is convert the actual quarter over to the new quarter. So let's create a query. And I'm going to bring in my customer T. And I'm going to bring in from that the customer sense field, which is our date. And I'm just going to alias this guy and call it D. That's D colon, just like that. Oh, wait, I got a new trick here. Wait, I'll turn the zoom on. I'm using the Windows magnifier. There it is. See, D colon customer sense, right? Just like that. Just creating an alias. All right, that alias just makes it easier to type everything else in, okay? And yeah, I got to use the Windows magnifier once in a while because Access doesn't have built-in zooming like Excel and Word does because Access is literally the red-headed stepchild of Microsoft Office. Okay, anyways, so next up we can figure out what the quarter is, the actual quarter of that date, okay? And again, I'll zoom in here. There we go. All right, so we've got Q is the date part of, and we're going to go Q for our format. That's inside of double quotes there. And then our date field is D, just like that. Okay? All right. Now, when I run the query, I get the actual quarter of this date here. Forget the year. Okay? Because remember, our previous query is going to get all those years, so you're just going to pick the dates that you need. All right, so this is quarter 4, quarter 1, quarter 2. This all looks correct. Okay, now we got to shift that quarter over based on when your actual fiscal year starts. Now, in this particular case, their fiscal year starts in April, so we're going to subtract 1 from everything. So quarter 2 becomes quarter 1, quarter 3 becomes quarter 2, quarter 4 becomes quarter 3, quarter 1 becomes quarter 0. We'll deal with that in just a minute. All right, so let's come into here, design view. All right, so now we're going to come over here and make another field. Do you like the Windows magnifier better, or do you like it better when I Shift F2 zoom in? Because I can use the Access zoom box. So this is what I've been using up till now. I just decided to try using the Windows zoom. Okay, so now we're gonna shift over our quarter now. So new Q is going to be the regular Q minus 1. Right? We figured out regular Q. Okay. Now if I run this, now I got our regular Qs. But 0 shouldn't be there, right? We want to move 0 to the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, if this turns out to be a 0, let's make it a 4. So what we can do is we can do an if function in here. We can say right here, if Q equals 1, then make this a 4. Otherwise, make it Q minus 1. Right? And now, when I run it, I get that. See, 4 is a 3, 1 is a 4, 2 is a 1, and so on. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, I can't really decide which one I like better, because this one you can still see it here. Let's see. Let's try it. Zoom on. Okay, that's not too bad. It's a little, I don't know, the resolution's a little off. And then this one here, you can still see the big lettering. I don't know. Tell me in the comments which one you prefer. Okay, so we've got our new quarter. Now we're going to also need the month and the day so we can sort all these dates properly, right? We got the new quarter, and then now we need the month and the day. So M, here I'll zoom in. M is the month of our date. Right? And then here, I'll use the other zoom for this one. Right? And so now D, well, we can't use D again, right? We got to use DY maybe. Our day is going to be the day of D. Let's make this M. Whoops, see, now I'm moving around. I don't know if I like this or not. Let's make this MO. Let's stay consistent. I don't know if I like this Windows magnifier. Okay, so now if I run this, there we go. There's our date. The quarter of that date, the new quarter, the month, and the day. And now all I have to do is sort based on this first, this second, this third. So you get all the ones first, right? Then the month and the day after that don't really matter. Let's save this query first. I'm going to save this Control-S as my fiscal Q. Okay? And now let's try putting a sort on this, and you're going to see what happens. Watch what happens. We want to sort based on this, then by this, then by this. And if I run it, I get enter parameter value. What's that mean? I got a whole separate video on this too. I'll put a link down below. But essentially, it doesn't know what Q is at this point when it's trying to sort because it's aliased over here. You got a couple options. You can either use this whole calculation in here in place of Q, or just feed this data into a separate query, a second query, which I like to do it that way because it's easier to deal with. All right, so we got fiscal Q, save that. Just make another query. Yes, I know this ends up adding lots of queries over here in your navigation pane, but trust me, it is easier to deal with. All right, so bring in your fiscal Q, and now you can sort these values. All right, there's your D. You can bring in new Q, month, day, and now we'll sort these. All right, and then run it. And there you go. Oh, we forgot our null values. That's why I wanted to learn nulls earlier too. You could put it right here. Criteria is not null. And there you go. Now, all of these order dates, again, ignore the year, forget about the year. In fact, what you can do is come in here and say order date, and you could say, let me zoom in. You could cheat and say format D, comma, MMDD, like that. There you go. And now it looks like there, see? And oh, okay, yeah. Because we've got that format in there, the is not null is not going to work anymore. There's lots of little weird things, but let's just go back to order. Let's just go back to D. There. You could put that is not null in the first query, and that would solve that problem. All right. So now I hope you understand exactly how we got to this point. All right. We figured out the quarter of this. We just shifted it. Right, subtracted 1, and then we're using the if function. If it turned out to be 0, push it around to 4, and then the month and the day. Now, if you sort based on this, you get everything in the right order. All of these should be in the right order for the month and the day in proper fiscal order. See? We don't have any Aprils in there. Now, there is an easier way. Let's save this. Let's call this fiscal 2Q. I'll leave this in the database for the gold members. There is an easier way to go through less work if you have that function that I gave you earlier. This guy. It's not quite as easy to understand by looking at it, and I'm honestly not going to walk through all of it, but it basically takes the month of your date, subtracts the start month, because the method I showed you a moment ago only works for whole quarters. This will work for any month. So if your fiscal year starts in February, you put a 2 here, add 12, integer divide by 3 mod 4, and then add 1 to it. And this mathematically will create the fiscal quarter for you. So for example, create query design, bring in my customer T, bring in that customer sense, let's call it D, and here we'll put the calculation. So we'll say, let me copy it from my thingy here. Where are you? Copy, paste. Let's say our fiscal year starts in, well, we'll do the same example. Fiscal year starts in April. Okay, hit OK, and then run it. And we should get the same results. And this one, now that you're using a single formula here, you can actually sort by that. Oh, maybe not. Oh, because I got de-alias, that's why. If you just get rid of that alias and just use customer sense in here, now you can simply sort it in the same query. And you can use your is not null right there. And there you go. Okay, that's with a single formula now. And if you want to change what your start month is, let's say your fiscal year starts in February. Just put a 2 there. And there you go. All your February dates show up first. See? It's like math and stuff. And I've got whole separate videos on integer division and modulus and how those work. I'll link to those down below. It's actually the same video, my odd or even video. Cover both integer division and modulus, or modulo. This is so old. This is 5 years old. This is one of my first tech help videos. It's so old I didn't even make a funny screen for it with this, like I do now with this, with the screenshot and stuff on it. So go watch it. Enjoy. Now, if you work with fiscal calculations a lot, I've got a whole seminar dedicated to fiscal year calculations. All right, all kinds of stuff in here. All right, we'll do all the sales total stuff, setting it up between dates, aggregate queries, report grouping. Fiscal years not based on the first of a month. Some companies do that. I had a client that their fiscal year started June 15th of the, why? I don't know. That's just how they did it. We'll set up a VBA function so you can do it with multiple companies. And yes, this is from 2012 and 13, but hey, don't worry about it. All this stuff, none of this has changed. This is all the same stuff. All right, there's a little bit of VBA in it. And it's pretty good. If you work with fiscal years, definitely check it out. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. There's your tech help video. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button right now and give me a like. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, and make sure you click that bell icon and select all to receive notifications whenever I post a new video. Do you need help with your Microsoft Access project? Whether you need a tutor, a consultant, or a developer to build something for you, check out my Access Developer Network. It's a directory I put together personally of Access experts who can help with your project. Visit my website to learn more. Any links or other resources that I mentioned in the video can be found in the description text below the video. Just click on that Show More link right there. YouTube's pretty good about hiding that, but it's there. Just look for it. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, tables, all that stuff. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or my YouTube channel. I'll include a link below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? And if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1. That's it. And it's free for members of my YouTube channel at any level. Speaking of memberships, if you're interested in joining my channel, you get all kinds of awesome perks. Silver members get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, and there's hundreds of them by now. They also get one free beginner class each month, and yes, those are for my full courses. Gold members get the previous perks plus access to download all of the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos. Plus you get access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions and all kinds of source code that I use. And gold members get one free expert class every month after completing the beginner series. Platinum members get all of the previous perks, plus they get all of my beginner courses, all of them from every subject, and you get one free advanced or developer class every month after finishing the expert series. And you can become a diamond sponsor and have your name listed on the sponsor page on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time.